Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Joining us now is Megan Hilbish, set to participate in the K-State shooting match this weekend. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. So yes, this weekend is the Kansas State Championship for rifle shooting at 600 yards. Whew. The Kansas State Rifle Association is hosting that in Hutchinson, Kansas. Central Kansas Gun Club is where it'll be at.
Yeah, so you're firing 600 yards away? That's right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
wow.
That's 600 yards away the whole time. It's all in prone shooting like you see here, and you're not resting the rifle on anything. So you can use a sling, but you're holding that rifle up with your own body, and you try to use your natural point of aim so you're not just muscling it the whole time. But 600 yards prone shooting Saturday and Sunday, and there are classes for people who can't hold the gun up the whole time because those are heavy and weighted, especially with the match grade barrel, but where you can have a front rest or a bipod. And that's the one thing that I love about doing these competitions is anyone can participate. So no matter if you're young or old or male or female, everyone, it's an equal playing field. So I have just as much chance as somebody who's been doing this 30 years of being the Kansas State champion.
And how difficult is a 600-yard shot like that? Like, do you build up like accuracy? Like, do you start with 100 and then just go from there? Is 600 like a more of an advanced thing, or can almost anybody kind of get in there and get the groove for a 600?
Well, if the rifle is sighted in and you know some basic fundamentals of shooting properly, then anyone really can make that 600-yard shot with a good ammo and a good rifle. But we do other competitions that are 200 to 600 yards, shooting 3 positions in rapid and slow fire, and those across the course with a service rifle really help you prepare for the 600-yard all matches where you're staying in that same position the whole day versus dropping down and shooting rapid fire in the different 3 positions. Yeah. But the 600 yards, it is a tough match because then you get the wind and the mirage drifting you around. So you really have to pay attention to those wind flags or other indicators of the trees moving and everything to watch that mirage, because that can move you out of the very center of the black bullseye to way off on the outside of the black bullseye. And so it is challenging, but that's part of what motivates me to keep doing it, because I'm not only competing against everyone else, but competing against myself. And every time I try to improve on things maybe that didn't go so well the time before, and try to improve myself every day in every shot.
That's great. And yeah, it's staying in that position for, I think you said 25 minutes at one point. I almost feel like that's the hardest part of this. Yes,
so you have 20 record shots at a time, and you do that 4 times in a row, but you have a little break in between. But for 25 minutes, staying in that position, and it does get tiring, and that's where learning how to do the shooting positions fundamentally correct really comes in handy, which I credit to the Lyon County 4-H Shooting Sports Program and Twin Rivers Junior Shooting Sports back home in Emporia, Kansas. Growing up shooting and learning how to properly do these shooting positions really did help me. But no matter what age, you can come out and learn and how to do this, especially these prone 600-yard matches. You don't have to do all the other shooting positions. So if you have an AR-15 or a bolt rifle, at .223, .556 is the caliber that I'm shooting, but you can shoot up to .308, 30-06. People will bring out their deer hunting rifles to get practice before deer hunting, and you can shoot off of a bipod or a front rest. And for the Kansas State Championship, we'll have this fun individual match Saturday and team match Sunday.
All right. You mentioned you started out as a kid. How long have you been shooting?
I've been a competitive shooter since I was 7 years old. Starting off in BB gun and archery as a kid, and progressing to the state, national, junior Olympics, and competing in other matches outside of 4-H, such as NRA and CMP. And just recently, I won the Distinguished Rifleman National Award, which is a big deal. It's CMP, the Civilian Marksmanship Program. Distinguished Rifleman, you have to earn 30 excellence in competition points. Sometimes it takes people years and years who've been doing this, say 30, 40 years, and still haven't quite gotten it yet. But I was able to do it in just over 2 years of shooting these specific high power across the course matches. And
that is so impressive. And I think you had mentioned earlier that you were like the first Kansan in a while that's gotten this award, right?
Yeah, in the last 2 years. I'm the most recent Kansas shooter to win the Distinguished Rifleman Award, and I won that in June. And then at the national matches at Camp Perry, Ohio, Ohio, I was awarded my badge on stage, which was neat to be on the national stage and the engraved badge for the Distinguished Rifleman Award. So I'm, proud to be the most recent Kansas Distinguished Rifleman.
Amazing. And I know you were on the national stage, but last time we talked, you talked about going back to the global stage, also eyeing the Olympics. How is that trajectory looking so far?
Yeah, so I use these matches like the state championship this weekend to help me prepare for the Olympic trials. So my goal is to be an Olympian or shoot in the World Championships and the World Cups representing the USA. And so this match this weekend and others that I have been doing recently and coming up definitely do help me prepare for the Olympic trials.
That's great. Well, Megan, I wish you the best of luck heading towards the Olympics, and also good luck this weekend. I think you're going to do great.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for joining us, Megan.
Yeah, you can follow me on social media, Megan Hilbish or hashtag 10XChick. And I'd like to shout out to my sponsors, EMP Shield and DPP Manufacturing, to help support me be able to do what I do.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Megan. Check her out on social media.